Madam Speaker, I am informed there are 54 islets around Mauritius, out of which 51 are fully owned by the state. One, îlots, is partly held by the state and is partly freehold. And two are privately owned, îlots and îlots. Out of the 52 state-owned islets, 22 are leased, including îlots, 8 are national parks, and 7 are nature reserves under the control of the Ministry of Agro-Industry, Food Security, Blue Economy, and Fisheries. Île de la Passe is a national heritage site, îlot Matapan is a public beach, and îlot Bernache is vested jointly in the Ministry of Environment and the Police Department, even though it has not been actually implemented, but there was a decision to that effect. The remaining 12 islets are under the control of my ministry. I am, Madam Speaker, tabling the information requested in Part A of the question. Madam Speaker, with regards to Part B of the question, there is a pressing need indeed for the government to establish an institutional framework together with an islet management plan to regulate the activities of economic operators on the islets surrounding Mauritius. There is critical need to ensure the sustainable use of these fragile ecosystems while balancing environmental protection with economic interests, particularly in the tourism and leisure sectors. Îlot Bénitier, for example, will indeed be used as a template for this initiative. Over the past years, the islet has witnessed an increase in unregulated commercial activities, including informal food and beverage operations, unauthorized recreational setups, and structures that are inconsistent with land use and environmental planning principles. These activities have raised concerns regarding sanitation, waste management, environmental degradation, and the preservation of public access and cultural value. Madam Speaker, further to site visits effected there and ongoing cleaning activities being undertaken, just rapidly, as at date, 138.8 tons of waste have been removed from îlot Bénitier. The management template, Madam Speaker, will be replicated to other islets around Mauritius. The aim is to promote a balanced approach that encourages responsible tourism and economic opportunities while preserving the national heritage of our coastal and marine assets. My ministry stands ready to support the development and implementation of this framework in collaboration with relevant stakeholders, including the Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Agro-Industry, Food Security, Blue Economy, and Fisheries, it's a long name, and the Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Local Government. And obviously all those who are ready to contribute positively and give us a helping hand in this matter and the population at large. This is my answer. With regards to the master plan, the situation is as follows. This matter has been raised at cabinet level. An inter-ministerial committee has been set up, which is chaired by myself, that includes several other ministries, the Ministry of Agro-Industry, Tourism, Environment, and we have technicians who are also meeting in order to come up with the plan, which is precisely the management plan. And that management plan eventually will have to be brought to cabinet for government to take a decision as to what shape the plan will take. Obviously, there are various options that will be placed before cabinet, and it will be for cabinet to decide. Now, as regards the time frame, I can also add that there has been a lot of other meetings chaired by the Deputy Prime Minister in order to assist and help bring all other stakeholders on board. They have had meetings also with les plaisanciers that the Deputy Prime Minister has met in order to try to take on board their views. And all those issues, as we talked about the balancing exercise between the economic reality as well as the environmental situation, all this is being taken into account, and obviously we'll let the technicians come up with a proper management plan before we are to apprise Cabinet of saying. Let me straightforward say one thing. I mean, let me, for example, take the situation of îlots bénitiers, and it's an opportunity to explain. You see, there have been a lot of attempts made in the past in order to come up with a proper management plan. But those have been only attempts, and it has taken political courage in order to start by implementing, by cleaning up one island, and then we are going to follow up onto other islands. Now, with regards to the development of islets, the honorable leader of the opposition should be aware, while he himself was in government, there has been a change in the law that calls now those islets around Mauritius, by the way, which does not even have a proper definition in our statute, what are islets? And this has to be looked into as well as part of the management plan. 138 tons of debris is now being, as at date, removed from that island. Yeah. We have also had situations, allow me to say that because I've been reading press reports, drugs were found on the island in îlots bénitiers, under the sand, stashed away. We are cleaning up the place and it is coming to be returned to nature, beautiful as we speak. So now, when those operators are going to be allowed there, we're going to give them proper structures. They're going to, what we intend to aim for is them recognized as proper traders, lawfully trading in a place. And what we also, allow me to say that, want to do is that the majority of the island, at least 2/3, this is the plan, and obviously Cabinet has to approve, but the plan and the object here is to return the majority of the island to nature, protected as an environment protected area.